Hi guys, Alice Taylor down here at Lytham Golf Academy, and today we're going to do my what's in the bag driver video. So tested all the new stuff as it's come out, and there's three that have kind of come out as leading. I've got the Taylormade M3, I've got the Callaway Rogue, I've got the Ping G400 LST. So I'm going to hit 5 real balls with each driver, GC2. We're going to look at some numbers and we're going to see which one I think performs the best, and then I'm going to make a choice out of these three as to which one, if not it's going to be in my bag for the whole season, is certainly going to start this season in my bag. So we're going to start off with the Taylormade M3. So I've got the weights forward and I've de-lofted it down to 8.5 degrees, so the club face sits slightly open as well. I've got the even flow stiff 6.0 shaft. Like I said, 5 real balls. Taylormade M3 to start. Tiny bit low off the face. Not quite turning over as much as I would want. And then obviously with the strike distance just being very slightly back. So, first one was kind of very playable, but not exactly the contact I'd be looking for. So strike was a lot better there, but kind of pulled that and drew it. So as I always talk about, guys, obviously the accuracy on the shots feel very much more down to me rather than the club itself. So I don't care how forgiving a club is, if you get the club there at impact, you're not going to get the accuracy. So again, felt a bit more solid, very straight. So straight and long, the perfect combination there. Let's see if we can get another couple like that with M3. So again, a little bit low off the face. So again, it's going to be back a little bit, and I'm not talking about hugely different contact points. We're just talking very, very slightly low on the face there. But one final one with M3. Again, strike much better. Again, just getting the club face a little bit too open at impact. Distance not bad, but we're going to see quite a bit of dispersion from left to right on those shots. But we're going to switch from M3, and equally I'm trying to swing the same with each driver. So if this is a day where my club face control's not quite as good, we would expect to see that with all 3 drivers. So we've gone Taylormade first, now we're into the Ping. Now I've got the 9 degree driver. So no, the 8 degree head. I've got the tall stiff shaft. Very different looking on top. But let's see how LST performs in the Ping. So instantly that was a better strike. Even if it's still fading a little bit. So that's still just not quite my normal shape, but like I said, probably today we're only talking a few degrees either way. Swing paths generally just a fraction from the inside. Shot 2 with the Ping. That felt a little bit more solid, maybe a touch towards the toe. And that will definitely help just turn that ball over a little bit from right to left. Shot 3. So Definitely loving the one slightly low on the face today. That's becoming a real consistent one for me. Not necessarily a consistent good one, but it's not, for me it's not about how the driver performs when I hit it absolutely perfectly, because I know I'll get really good numbers out of anything when I hit it perfectly. But those little miss hits, how are they performing as well? Consistent, again that little fade, getting out there. So one last one with the ping. See if we can just get this turning over a little bit more. So definitely turned over a bit flat and not quite out the middle. So again, a little bit spread. Again, I don't think quite as wide as M3, but that's not to say that this is more forgiving, M3 is less forgiving. I just think that's how I've delivered the club. Final one, we're going to go into the Rogue Sub-Zero. Again, set at 8 degrees. Again, got the Even Flow Project X 6.0, so the same shaft that I had in the Taylormade. And we'll see how Sub-Zero performs. Definitely got that little fade going today. Not a really normal one for me. But it is what it is, and certainly if I was playing, I'd have to aim a bit further left. But I'm going to aim straight as I've done on all of these, or just a couple of yards right, so that I get a fair comparison. So felt nice and solid. Just turning over a tiny bit at the top of its flight. And good. So certainly feel wise for me, and I know feel and sound are kind of very similar, probably the Callaway one feels the most solid when I hit the shots. A little bit out the heel. So definitely testing all the club face today on all these drivers. So rolling out 286. Got to be due a couple of decent ones. Not been many today, but come on. Here we go. There's that little cutty one again. So consistently poor. But getting out there just over 290. So one final one with Sub-Zero. Here we go. So again, low off the club face has been the theme of the day. Accurate, certainly not spectacular, just over 280. Right guys, so like I said, by no means has that been a great ball striking day at all. I mean, not horrendously off centre, and as forgiving as these clubs are, you can definitely see the drop off in performance with the slight off centre strike. But let's look at some numbers and talk through why the numbers were what they were, and then potentially which of these three is going in the bag. Okay, so we start with club head speed. I've got just over 110 with M3, just over 108 with G400, just over 109 with Rogue. So nothing in that at all. Ball speed, I've got 158 with M3, 155 with Ping, 158 with Callaway. So the Callaway and the Taylormade definitely getting more speed. Launch angle's pretty consistent around that 12 degree. Again, we can see from the numbers there, kind of launch angle's a little bit all over the place down to my strike. Now, again, generally the theme from today was a little bit low on the face. So we've seen spin of 2.5, 2.8, and 2.5. So again, for me, that's very much down to me. In testing, I've seen all of these much closer to 2000 spin. So I know the performance is there with strike. Now, if we look at total distance, we've got 267 carry with the M3, 255 with the Ping, 265 with the Callaway. So Callaway and Taylormade, nothing really in that. 291 total, 276 and 288. So actually on overall distance and carry, Taylormade edging it by a couple of yards. Now if we look at dispersion, which is definitely me, we've got nearly 40 yards left and 50 right. So 90 yard dispersion with the Taylormade, very impressive for me today. We've got 60 yard dispersion with the Ping, still not impressive, but a lot better. And we have got a 52 yard dispersion with the Callaway. So very, very close between the Callaway and the Taylormade. Right guys, so even on a not great ball striking day, we could see the Taylormade M3 and the Callaway Rogue Sub-Zero almost identical. So I think, and I know from previous kind of review videos, and I've actually had all three of these out on the golf course, there's not a massive amount in it when I hit it well. So I think when I look at overall performance numbers, it's between these two. So then it goes down to looks and feel. Now, certainly looks wise, I probably just slightly prefer the Callaway with the all black head. Not been quite as keen on the silver and black finish with the M3. And I did say in the video, I felt the Sub-Zero was the more solid feeling. So for me today, I'm gonna pick the Callaway Rogue Sub-Zero driver to be my driver for 2018. So guys, as ever, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like and share it. Comment below and I'll get back to as many of you as I can. Subscribe to my channel if you don't already. Follow me on all the social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down there in the future. Stay in contact.